since we've been
Here we are at the Great Sacandaga. So we've been coming here. I have a picture of you in a boat.
40. Matt was 2 years old, I think. When
This is before we had any kids. This
You
is
kidding me?
before we were married.
Wow. So that's what?
We had
45 years ago?
probably closer to 50
Oh, man.
or more, because we also have that picture of you and me and Jim Tompkinson here on the beach when we played that wonderful gigs in Little Falls.
Well,
Remember that
number
gig?
one, it wasn't a wonderful gig. Didn't we have to sleep together?
We
No
did.
choice?
Remember, like, we went in the bathroom and everything, we didn't know what it was, but it was sulfur water. So everything was brown, the sink was brown, and all that, and it was gross.
Yeah, this is not one of my favorite memories.
It was a tough gig, but we came over here with Jim, and then the saving graces, we took most of our earnings, and we stopped at this beautiful restaurant outside of Rome, New York. It was a castle, and we had a great meal.
That I remember. Didn't we get like $50 for that gig?
No, then we played a whole weekend,
Okay.
at least 2 nights.
All right.
So anyway,
Remember the Vermont gig?
oh yeah,
Sugar Bush?
I was telling somebody about the
Yeah.
Vermont gig.
That was interesting.
Well, we played a whole week, and we traveled throughout the Green Mountains. And one of the things that I'll always remember is I had orange shag carpet in my Chevy van,
Yeah, it was awesome.
and on the ceiling I had an 8-track tape player
On the ceiling?
on the ceiling of the van. I'm driving through the Green Mountains, and I'm blasting Narda Michael Walden's Garden of Lovelight album.
Okay.
And it was great. Now, the gig itself, we should have known something was up when the guy was snorting and had a lot of women. And you remember where he had the money stashed?
I do not.
In the icebox outside the bar,
I don't remember these things.
and he didn't lock it up.
Yeah,
And we were saying, "Oh man, we could rip this place off,"
we could.
but we didn't. And then the last night we were supposed to play, the guy comes down, puts the money in the bag, and he grabs the money out of the icebox. And he goes outside and climbs in a helicopter and flies off. And we get 0 pay.
We got nothing.
We got nothing. We went home broke. And guess what? Carrie was with me in my van. And where did we stop and sleep for the night?
Here?
Right here. So,
I have fond memories of the Long Island gig. Was it Suffolk Community College?
yeah.
Where my guitar fell off the stage. That was awesome.
So yours fell off the first year.
Right.
Mine fell off the stage the second year.
Mm-hmm. What was it? Bad vibes? Did we do something wrong?
Same club, same gig, and it was either the first year or the second year. Remember the opening act?
No.
Zippy the Chimp.
Yes, Zippy the Chimp. How do you forget that?
His name is Goon, and he forgets Zippy
I didn't forget.
the Chimp.
I didn't forget. I didn't know it was the opening act. There's a chimpanzee. Did the chimp do anything, or did just have Zippy the Chimp with a T-shirt that said Zippy on it?
I think we were too involved in trying to figure out what we were going to do without an acoustic guitar.
Did we get paid for the gig?
Yes.
Okay, good.
In fact, they loved us and gave us a very nice review and said we were one of the nicest people they ever worked with.
Did anybody come listen to us?
Yeah.
Good.
In fact, the first year, we said something about what had happened, and a guy went home and got his Guild. It was a cheaper model Guild Brown guitar, and he went and brought it back so we could play the rest of the gig.
He didn't have to do that. That's awesome.
It was phenomenal. Now, we tried to go buy you another guitar at Sam Ash's, and we had a credit card, but the credit card had a limit, and we couldn't buy it. We were refused.
So, did I or did I not get that guitar fixed?
I don't know. I think you bought another guitar.
Yeah.
I believe you bought a jumbo.
Yeah, I did. Wasn't it like a blonde jumbo Guild?
Yeah. Blind jumbo.
This is fascinating stuff.
But anyway. So what I think one of the other, I think we talk about this, but I think our brains are kind of like computers. So the early years, we remember all that stuff because there's not that much in the memory bank. But as the years roll on and we have more stuff to store,
something's got to go.
It's usually the last stuff in there that disappears. But I remember, playing at the bungalow every Sunday night.
I remember that.
And I remember Dave and Angie being there, and we'd play a song that Dave liked, or, we did the, Crosby, Stills and Nash medley, or our other medley that
the Outlaw medley?
We're still doing, not the Outlaw medley. We weren't onto that yet. But anyways, and we get done, people really enjoyed it, and Dave would yell out,
"Open up."
Extra fine.
That was Dave's thing.
Extra fine. But, I think I value those people so much today when I look back at, they were the reason why we had some limited success.
It's also the reason that Mindy and I have been married almost 50 years.
That's right. So the story is,
She was a groupie.
we were about to play our song "Sitting Beside the Reservoir" right here.
Air goes.
We weren't going to play it here, but it's
Yeah.
a song about this place. And I announced, we're going to play the song called "Sitting Beside the Reservoir" about this lake in the Adirondacks, and we'd like to take you there. And I described the lake and said it was the Great Sacandaga, and Goon and Mindy hadn't met yet. Mindy goes from the audience, "I know that place." And then, after that,
I asked her out, and to make a long story really short, the rest is history. 50 years later.
is it 50?
It'll be 50 next year.
50 next year.
Yep.
Well, what are you going to do? Or you don't want to reveal that on the camera.
What we're going to do is, my oldest son, Matt, let her throw us one hell of a party.
What about the others?
I'll ask EJ to show up and play some music.
Well, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the other gems?
What are some of the other ones that really stick out?
I mean, besides the Jackson Browne gig.
That was interesting, especially when Jackson walked into where we were rehearsing backstage or on the side of the stage.
Yeah.
And banged your guitar on the pole coming down the middle of the dressing room.
Well, he actually banged it into the little sink.
Appreciate that, Jackson.
He said to me, "These are ugly guitars, but they sound good." And I had a little pig nose amplifier, and it was a Gibson Firebird. So
Was it Linda Ronstadt part of that gig?
Oh yeah.
And I think she came in with Lowell George, right? From Little Feat.
Yeah. So we got to play These Days with Jackson Browne in our little tiny, dumpy little, whatever you call it. I wouldn't exactly call it a dressing room, but that's what they called it. So anyway,
Great story, though.
were you nervous when we played that game?
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous at all. I should have been, but I
I
wasn't.
get nervous really easy.
So I was really comfortable, and what we didn't know was that they actually did a sound check while we played first, because we weren't allowed to do a sound check because Linda Ronstadt didn't want us to play.
And do we know why she didn't want us to play?
No. But Jackson Browne went out at the end, and we got to play. So, you remember the songs we played?
No.
Well, we played Attica.
Okay. How many songs did we get to play?
We played Old
7 or 8?
Wooden Barn.
Uh-huh. Anybody like us?
I think we got a bad review.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure why we got a bad review, because unless it was the sound, because we sounded good. Benny Graham and Grammatico played drums. I believe Sally Cohen sang on Attica with us. Charlie on bass.
We got a bad review. I don't like that.
I can't find it though. I can't find the review. I couldn't even find it online. It was in the DNC. I don't remember who wrote it.
How many songs were we allowed to play? Do you remember?
I think we played 5.
5? Ooh.
And I think that we closed with Attica.
See, if we had played Wildfire, we probably would have got outrageous reviews.
It probably would have been a wildfire.
I remember I just here for the first time in a long time. I heard our Nights in White Satin Day in the Life mashup thing that we did. That was good. Wasn't that from the bungalow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was early on. And I think we're going to play that in November in Saratoga. But people like that one. But as you know, like in our waning days when you were part of the group, we married Eleanor Rigby in one, and that was genius.
Was genius.
And nobody clapped.
At the bungalow?
No, that was at schoolhouse.
Schoolhouse, yes.
So
Because they were just talking.
let's do a little of it. So you start out with the first line.
Eleanor Rigby?
Yeah.
Eleanor Rigby, 55 eyes in the church where a wedding had been.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
And I don't remember the rest of it.
Anyways, then we get to the chorus. I look at all the lonely people.
I look at all the lonely people.
One is the loneliest number.
I look at all the lonely.
So you get the idea.
Yeah.
So
It sounded better when we actually played it.
yeah,
Right.
it actually sounds pretty good. The one recording we have.
I liked it.
So
Just everybody was talking. No one was listening to me.
that was a problem from time to time.
Yeah.
So what was the average? We figured that 1 out of 3 gigs was good.
That sounds about right.
And if we had the rule was if we had a great time tearing down, means it was a bad gig. So
I do remember fond memories of going to Jay's diner after the gig
oh yeah,
for that clam chowder.
and whoever played with us joined us. Yeah, that was great actually.
And Mindy just wanted to, get everything torn down as quickly as possible for reasons we won't mention.
Not that we don't. But anyways, it's an interesting time. And it's too bad John isn't here because, we have some stories about when it was Gary Peterson playing bass, John McNeil on drums, Brian on piano, and myself. So we'd start rehearsing about 9:30 at night when we were done teaching in the studio, or when they were done with their jobs. Just to get started, we'd have this, how you doing? What's been happening your week? And then Carey had a knack for saying something to get Brian started, going off on a tangent. So sometimes we were lucky to get any rehearsing done. But the band sounded great, and Phil Lake played drums. We did some recording with Phil, and the band sounded good back then. I wish I had been a better guitarist at that point. So,
Well, this is before your teaching days, right?
no, it was during it. No, I started the studio in 1980 and taught through 2020. So it's like Barbara Walters. 2020. So, well, what other? I'm sure there's some. I know there's some interesting stories, but I'm not gonna put it on video.
Yeah, just best.
So I hope you enjoyed our little Sunup stories, and I hope for those of you that are listening, I hope you'll come out and hear us at the Kraverie in Saratoga Springs on November 13th. It's a Thursday night. I'm calling it a rendezvous gig. So I know most of the people we know are in Rochester, or most of the people who knows are in Connecticut, but I'm hoping that most of the people won't have an issue driving up, spending a couple nights in Saratoga and having a great time with us.
This is our last gig, people.
So there's a good reason why this is our last gig. And to be honest, we really haven't played since 2007. So this will be interesting. But I think it'll be enjoyable for us, and I think for anybody that comes to our show. And I'm sure there's going to be some very funny moments, and I'm sure there's going to be some very emotional moments. So if you like our music, I hope you'll come, because I think you'll also experience the same kinds of things that we're going to experience. So, any final words?
November 13th in Saratoga. Remember the street name?
Beekman.
Beekman.
It's off Route 29, one-way street.
We're doing 7 to 9.
7 to 9.
Kraverie,
plus.
it's called.
We might run a little over.
Right.
So, and we'll probably have some people sitting in, which are truly gifted musicians too. So, anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you down the road a piece.
Well, it's good to see you smiling. Yes, it's good having you nearby.